Hello everyone. So sample problem number 3. So 3 charges are placed on 3 corners of a square as shown in the figure. Each side of the square is 30 centimeter. Find the following. So A, the electric field vector at point P. Then B is you have to find the electric field's magnitude and direction at point P. Then letter C is we have to find the magnitude and direction of electric force on a positive 6 microcoulomb if it is placed at point P. So for example, let's move to letter A. So we have to find the electric field vector at point P. So as you can see, given naman sa figure na here we have the electric field at produced by negative 5 microcoulomb, that is pa-up because it is towards the negative charge. Tsaka yung negative 4 microcoulomb, mapuproduce siya ng electric field towards again, so as you can see here. And then for the positive 8 microcoulomb, meron siyang ito, so away from the field point. Okay, at point P. So ito yung electric field natin due to 8, negative 5, and negative 4 microcoulomb respectively. So first, the first question is we have to find the electric field vector at point P. So how can we do this one? Okay, so I will just draw here. So first, i-draw muna natin yung mga different contribution ng mga charges na electric field. So we have E5, so we have to stick with the subscript notation na lang. Then E4, tsaka here is actually your E8. Okay, so that is at point P. Okay, so at point P, according to the principle of superposition, so we just have to add the 3 contribution of the charges. So we have the electric field produced by negative 4 microcoulomb plus the electric field produced by the negative 5 microcoulomb plus the electric field produced by the positive 8 microcoulomb. So we have to solve them individually. Okay, so first let's start with the electric field due to the negative 4 microcoulomb. So here, as you can see, na if we have to make a coordinate axis where the origin is at point P, so ito yung parang extension. So we have here, this is your we can define our coordinate system as this one. So that is your y, x, so meaning ito yung x natin, tsaka ito yung y. Okay, so the electric field produced by negative 4 microcoulomb is in a straight line. So meaning nga along siya sa the x-axis. So kung along siya sa x-axis, meaning wala siyang y component. So naalang siya x component. So the electric field vector has only x component. So we have here E4x I hat. Okay? So here we can substitute this E4x as the magnitude of your E4, tapos meron tayong cosine of theta I hat. Pero ano yung cosine niya? Ano yung theta niya? So here it is from the positive x-axis, tapos we have to make a conventional measurements angle, so that is equal to 180 degrees. Then the cosine of 180 degrees is equal to negative 1. So we can just put the negative 1 in our I hat to completely describe our electric field vector 4. So we have here what is the magnitude over E4? So by using the formula for your point charge, so we have K Q over R squared, tapos meron tayong cosine of 180 degrees, or that is negative I hat. Okay, so meaning negative I hat means that the electric field vector is in the x-axis pointing to the left. So as you can see here, pointing siya sa left. So substitute this one. So what is your K? We have 9 times 10 raised to 9 what is your Q? So that is negative 4 microcoulomb. So micro is, we have to convert that one into coulomb. So negative 4 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb, then divided by the distance. So what is the distance between P and negative 4? So since sabi niya nga, each side of the square is 30 centimeters. So ito ay isang side ng isang square. So meaning the distance between P and negative 4 is actually equal to 30 centimeter, or that is equal to 0.3 meter. Okay, so ito yung distance niya. Okay, so we have to put that one here. So that is 0.3 meter squared. Tapos we have the negative I hat. So we have to you have to simplify. So 9 times 10 to the 9 times 4, 10 to the negative 6, then divided by 0.3 squared. So that is 400,000 Newton per coulomb negative I hat, or we can use the standard form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 4.0 times 10 to the 5 Newton per coulomb negative I hat. Okay, we are done with the E4. So let's move to E5. So E5. So again, kung titignan nyo yung E5, it is directly above. So as you can see, directly upward siya. So meaning along the y-axis. So if along the y-axis siya, so meaning that wala siyang x component. So purely y component lang siya. So we have here E5y. So we have here E5y. Tapos meron tayong j hat. Okay. So next, we can rewrite E5y in terms of sine theta. So we have here the electric field produced at 0.5 the magnitude. Tapos sine theta. Then we have here j hat. So ano yung theta ng ng E5 mo? So we have to start from the positive x-axis. Tapos pointing to the E5. Okay, so that is 90 degrees. So sine of 90 is equal to 1. So meaning, we have here, can we substitute the magnitude? So we have here K Q over R squared. Tapos meron tayong sine of 90 is positive 1. So we have here J hat. So meaning that your electric field vector is pointing in the positive y-axis. So as you can see here, so point siya na positive y-axis. Then simplifying, so we have here 9 times 10 to the 9, tsaka yung Q is the 5 microcoulomb. So that is 5 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb. But here we have a negative 5, so we have to put negative 5 here, divided by the distance. Ano naman yung distance between the negative 5 tsaka ni P? So again, this one is like a side of a square. So meaning, itong distance na ito is actually equal again to 0.3 meter kasi all sides of the square are equal, di ba? So we have here 0.3 meter square tapos positive j hat. So we have to see calculate that one. So we have 9 times 10 to the 9 multiply with 5 times 10 to the negative 6 divided by 0.3 squared. So that is 500,000 J hat Newton per coulomb. Okay? Okay? So that is equal to 5.0 times 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb positive J hat. So ito yung electric field produced by the charge negative 5 microcoulomb at point P. So next, we have the electric field produced by your positive 8 microcoulomb. So ito siya. So here, makikita mo that your positive your E8 is actually pointing in the quadrant 4. So meaning na yung coordinate niya must be meron siyang negative na y component at meron siyang positive na x component. Tapos yung angle mo, if you are measuring the angle from the positive x-axis, tapos rotate kayo ng clockwise, meaning negative yan. Negative yung angle dito. But if you rotate it from positive x-axis, tapos rotate kayo ng counterclockwise, meaning your angle that you measured is the positive angle. Okay, so next, we have here. So, as you can see, hindi siya straight line, meaning hindi siya along the x and y. So, actually, meron siyang angle na oriented angle with respect sa imong x-axis, diba? So, meaning meron siyang dalawang component, x at saka y. So, we have E 8x I hat plus E 8y j hat. Okay? So, ito yun. So, here, let's talk about the angle. So, your angle is a conventional. But this time, it is a negative kasi doon siya nag-rotate siya ng pa-clockwise. So, from positive x-axis, ito yung conventional. Pwede ka naman din mag-rotate from positive x-axis, tapos mag-rotate ka pointing to the vector, equal na sila nga vector because they are called coterminal nga angles. Okay? Meaning that they have the same terminal side of the, as you can see here, vector. So equal lang siya, pero we just have to look at this angle. Okay? So they are just actually equal. So we have here, kay since conventional naman ang angle nato dari, so we can just put it as E8, tapos we have cosine of theta I hat plus E8 sine of theta j hat. So can I put E8 outside? Kay since common lang naman siya sa dalawa nga term. So we have here cosine theta I hat plus sine theta j hat. So ang atong problema karon kuhaon nato si theta. So how can we find theta? Okay, so kung tanaw nimo dari, so this one is actually perfectly nga diagonal, di ba? So, as you can see here, so meaning mo siya og kanang dito nga niya ang angle diri, di ba? So since kay 45 man ni siya, each of the sides sa imuhang each of the angle here kani is 90 degrees, as you can see. So therefore, ang kaning angle must be 45 degrees and the other one must be 45 degrees. So based on that, we can now find the angle. So if this is your 45 degrees kaning angle, so this angle excuse me is also 45 degrees, diba? So if we extend a coordinate axis just like what we did dire, so mura na siya zoom nga version ani. Okay, so tanaw na to, kani nga angle here is actually equal nga angle ani according to geometry. So actually that is equal to 45 degrees. So if ever gani nga naay ana nga figure tapos meron ko yung angle dito, so I don't think kalimot na kung sa tawag nila. I think they are called reflexive angle something, or I don't know. So basta sa geometry they are equal, okay? So we have here 45 degrees, 45 degrees. So meaning that your angle must be 45 degrees, but it is rotating clockwise. So meaning, if mag-rotate siya ng clockwise, that is negative 45 degrees. So we have here E8 Tapos meron tayong magnitude kq over r squared. Tapos cosine of negative 45 degrees I hat plus sine of negative 45 degrees j hat. Now, since cosine is an even function, tsaka yung sine mo is odd function, so in relationship with your negative angle sa ilahang ano dito, sa ilang function here, so we have cosine of negative theta. Remember, according to trigonometry is equal to cosine theta. Tapos sine of negative theta is just equal to negative sine theta. Okay? So by using this trigonometric relationship, so we can have, so what is your k here? So that is your Coulomb's constant. Then your q is the 8 microcoulomb, so that is 8 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb. Then divided by r squared. So r squared, ano yung distance ng 8 mo padulong diri sa p? So here, kani padulong diri is nag-form siya og right triangle, diba? So meaning this one is just like a hypotenuse. So for this side, we still have 0.3 meter. Tapos kanina side is again 0.3 meter. So using the Pythagorean law, so we have here the hypotenuse. So yung r natin is just equal to the square root of 0.3 squared. Tapos twice lang yan. Okay? Kasi dalawa sila. So that is 0.3 squared square root of the answer. So that is 0.424 meter. So ito yung distance ng 8 microcoulomb sa field point natin P. So we have 0.424 meter. Tapos the cosine of negative 45, or that is cosine of 45. So how much is that? So that is that is equal to 0.0707 I hat. Tsaka yung sine of negative 45 becomes negative sine of theta. So that is negative 0.707. Again, that is j hat. Okay, so we have sine of 45. Let me check. Again, so that is 0.07. 0.707. Okay, so simplifying, so we have 9 times 10 raised to 9 times 8 times 10 to the negative 6, then divided by, so can I put here square, so divided by 0.424 square, so that is equal to 400,498. So please check sa yung calculator, then distribute this one here sa each term. So we have to multiply by 0.707. That is 283,152 Newton per coulomb. So I had, same lang naman din ng i-multiply natin. So we have 283.152 Newton per coulomb j hat. Or we can put the negative here para meaning na nandun siya sa quadrant 4. Okay, so we have a positive x component and negative x component. Okay, so again, we have to find the electric field vector. So we just simply add all of them. So the electric field produced by the negative 4 microcoulomb is 4.0 times 10 to the 5. So 4.0 times 10 to the 5 Newton per coulomb. That is in negative I hat. Okay, so check natin kung negative I hat ba. Okay, very good. Tapos plus the electric field produced by charge negative 5. So that is 5.0 times 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb. Positive j hat, sorry. Then add this one, kanisya, all of this. So we have So can we put that in scientific form? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 2.83 times 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb, that is I hat, plus 2.83 times 10 to the 5 Newton per coulomb, negative J hat. Okay? So simplifying, so we have here 2.83 times 10 raised to 5. I-add natin yung, i-minus natin yung I hat. Okay, so combine same unit vectors, minus 4.0. So that is equivalent to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1.17 times 10 raised to 5 negative I hat, okay, Newton per coulomb. How about yung J hat mo? So we have here 5.0, then i-minus natin siya sa 2.83 times 10 raised to 5. So that is 2.17 times 10 raised to 5. So positive siya, J hat. So meaning na yung electric field vector mo, I mean you anticipated, you expected na ang electric field vector mo is located at quadrant 2, di ba? Kaya ito yung negative x component, positive y component. So approximately nandito siya sa quadrant 2. So dapat located siya here sa quadrant 2. Ito yung EP mo, yung total electric field vector. Okay, so sakto na siya. So is this correct? I think correct naman. So if you have any correction about this, so just tell me, okay? So again, next letter B is we have to find the magnitude and direction. So you are given naman the electric field vector, so simply use our equation. So the magnitude is, we just have to use this one. So we have EPX squared plus EPY squared. So yung EPX mo is ito, tapos yung EPY is yung nasa J hat. So can I put this in? So how much is that? So we have here 1.17. Tapos we have to add that one to square root of the answer. That is your magnitude is, so we have 2.47 approximately times 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb. So ito yung magnitude mo. Okay, so yeah. Let me check kung sakto ba ko. Yeah, that is approximately 2.47. So how about your direction? So you just have to calculate the theta. So we have here EPY over EPX. So that is your EPY. We have 2.17. So inverse tangent 2.17. Tsaka yung EPX mo is negative. So negative 1.17. So times 10 raised to 5 times 10 raised to 5. So you can actually kanang cancel the 10 raised to 5, okay? So the inverse tangent of 2.17, then we have negative 1.17. That is equivalent to negative 61.66. Negative 61 or negative 62 degrees. Okay? So negative 62 meaning nandun siya sa quadrant 4, di ba? So yung orientation ng vector natin is actually located, so dito yung P natin. So ito yung axis. So located siya dito, 'di ba? So this is actually the negative 66 degrees, 'di ba? So, but we expect na yung vector natin, electric field vector, is dapat nandun sa quadrant 2. So, how can we do that one? So, we just have to add 180 degrees. Okay? So, because they are actually correct sa calculator mo, pero sa physical nga description ng ating electric field vector is not accurate. So, meaning we have to shift the angle. So, by adding 180 degrees, so we have 180 degrees minus 62 degrees. So, that is equivalent to 180 minus 62. Kasi we need to start from D, so that is 118 degrees. So, you have to report your answer like this and not this. Okay, so because we have to start from the positive x-axis, tapos patungo tayo dito. So as you can see here, they are forming a straight line, so meaning that they are equal to 180 degrees. So to find this angle, we just have to subtract subtract the 62 degrees to 180, so as you can see here. Okay, I mean not 62. Is it 62? Yeah, 62 siya. Sorry, that might be 62 degrees. So let me check. Okay, basig wrong na po. Yeah, that is negative 62 degrees. So we have 180 minus 62 is 118 degrees. So this is your magnitude, this is your direction. Okay, so approximately 118 degrees. So the next letter C is we have to find the magnitude and direction of electric force on a positive 6 microcoulomb if it is placed at point P. So just like what I said, nga field point P is usually where the test charges are located. So yung test charge natin is C 6 microcoulomb. Okay, so that is your test charge. Kasi ito yung probe ng ating electric force. Siya yung mag-experience ng electric force na sa mga 3 charges. Okay, so by using this relationship, we can now find the force directly, diba? So kung nakuha nimong electric field na at point P, so meaning you can easily find the electric force without dili na mo mag superposition of superposition principle ng forces sa Coulomb's law. So just use this equation kasi alam mo nang kasi you calculated naman the electric field at point P. So where the 6 microcoulomb is placed. Okay, so your Q here is the 6 microcoulomb. So we had 6 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb. Then i-multiply mo lang yung vector na EP. So we have here 1.17. So can I 1.17 times 10 raised to 5, what is negative I hat, plus we have here the 2.17. Okay, 2.17 times 10 raised to 5 j hat. Tapos I have here Newton per coulomb. So cancel coulomb. So what's left is, so we just have to distribute the terms. So we have 6 times 10 to the negative 6 multiply with 1.17 times 10 to the 5. So that is 0.702 negative I hat Newton. Okay, then plus 2.17 times 10 raised to 5, then multiply this one with 6 times 10 to the negative 6. So we have 1.302 Newton, that is J hat. So ito yung force niya, yung electric force vector. Okay, so next is we have to find the magnitude and direction niya. So how to find the magnitude and direction? So same lang din ng way or ng formula sa pagkuha nato sa magnitude o direction sa electric field. So we have here the electric force equal to, so that is square root of fx. So ito yung fx natin, so negative 0.702 squared plus the Fy, so 1.302 Newton squared. So may Newton siya dito. So that is equal to, so 0.702 squared plus 1.302 squared, square root of the answer. So that is 1.48 Newton. So ito yung magnitude niya. Tapos yung vector niya is dapat located sa quadrant 2. So located sa quadrant 2, so mga angle ana must be between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. So dyan yung na-locate yung quadrant 2 natin. So meaning di ay, kung naa sa quadrant 2, by the way, imong force, same sila ng direction ni electric field, same sila ng location ni electric field vector at point P, di ba? So kay since positive man yung charge natin, so therefore it will go with the flow sa imuhang EP. Okay? So as you can see here, so your theta is, we just have to find the inverse tangent. So your y is the 1.302 divided by the negative 702. So how much is that? So that is equal to again, same lang yan. Negative 62 degrees. Or again, we can shift that one. Same lang din sa ano, sa electric fields. Again, same lang sila lang direction. So we have 118 degrees. So they have the same direction kasi positive yung test charge mo, di ba? So, as you can see doon sa ano, sa concept natin. Okay?